gender equality is urgent. It requires the action of everyone.
You both focus on some areas of storytelling around SRH. Why is this important to you?
It's important for journalists to focus on underreported topics. It's also a stigmatized topic in a lot of contexts. And I think that's where journalists really play a role in kind of bringing good information to individuals that need services and to the public to help kind of destigmatize these issues.
In the locality where I come from, and that's Boya, our community is highly populated with internally displaced persons as a result of the Anglophone conflict. Also, we've been experiencing deadly floods. So the vulnerabilities for women and girls in my community heighten by day.
What are some of the challenges that you face while trying to bring out SRH rights stories?
Our community is a highly patriarchal community, and with all these natural and political crises, vulnerabilities of gender-based violence is very high. We have frequent report of rape and other gender-based violence that do not receive the appropriate justice.
It is a difficult area to report on because of the stigma around some of these topics. And that makes it a challenge in some circumstances for people to want to share their stories. They're worried about the repercussions of speaking truth about accessing abortion or experiencing GBV and how that could impact their lives and how the community could react to them. And in some cases, the government. Oftentimes in our reporting, we're trying to focus on communities that are hard to access areas to make sure that their voices are heard as well.
That's a topic that's still taken as a taboo. There are so many stigmatization around it. And not every victim can go and speak out. It is very hard for journalists to get information about it.
How do you think, as organizations within space, we can partner with journalists on how can we help you to overcome some of these challenges?
This conference has created a space first to meet. There's a need for solidarity within all the organizations presented here to sit together and set and discuss about solutions towards the best future on the issues of gender equality, specifically as we are discussing on sexual and reproductive health and rights. As journalists, it was an opportunity here to meet those experts because the most important thing in getting the voice heard is through media.
Working with organizations and going to the places that they work, they have helped me make those connections. So they'll introduce me to individuals that they've worked with. First of all, asking whether they feel comfortable talking to a journalist and kind of explaining how the content will be used and making sure that they're fully in consent with that.
Some issues can be regarded as a taboo. How can journalists tackle that and still tell a story?
At Internews, we say that local voices, global change. Shed light on the experiences that they are facing would really challenge this stigmatization. Local voice should always be balanced with the experts.
Gender equality is urgent and it is inclusive. It requires the action of everyone. His Excellency Paul Kagame said that at the pace with which action is going on, it will take 100 years for us to achieve gender equality. I'm going back with a lot of lessons learned from visiting these stands. I have learned knowledge, I have gathered material, I have tools, I have created network, and we are hoping to be at work to accelerate gender equality.